Hey everybody, welcome back to True North VR. Today we are checking out the Ozeino OW810 wireless gaming headset. You can use these for all sorts of different gaming systems and PC, but you can also use them for your VR headsets, and you can use them wirelessly without having any latency issues, any sound lag, which is awesome for those of us who use VR headsets and want to find something wireless that doesn't have those sound lags. So stay tuned in this one. We're going to unbox it. I'll go through the features, how to connect it, the different ways you can connect it, do some mic tests as well, go through the weight, and give you my full review. Okay, so first overall thoughts. We have some nice soft thick padding there. Everything else feeling around here is pretty much plastic. On this side we have our microphone that does extend and folds in for nice safekeeping. That's a handy little extension there. And on the left side there it does have the L and the R. On the left side is where we have our controls. So on the very bottom we have our charging port, and that's also where you can plug in with our aux cable here if you want to direct wire it into your device. Then we have our switch to go between Bluetooth and their 2.4G connection, which we'll go over in a minute. We have our down, we have our power, and we have our plus. Now the plus and the negative, if you just hold them, that's going to turn up and down your volume. If you just tap them, tap the plus, it's going to go to the last song. Tap the negative, it's going to go to the next song. If you hold them as well, then as it says in the instructions, I need to refresh my memory here. It will turn the lights off if you double click the negative, and if you double click the positive, the microphone will be on and off. With the power button, you can also play pause if you just click it, and you can answer and hang up phone calls if you're Bluetooth connected to your phone there as well. Okay, so let's go through this a little bit here. We're going to hold this power button for 3 seconds here. There you go, you can see power on. We got lights now on both sides. So to go through the different settings here, our switch is important. Right now it's on 2.4G. What that means is you can use this little USB stick, either USB-A, or you can separate it to just be USB-C. You can plug this into your device and it will connect via this. You don't need to do Bluetooth, it will connect via this. I'm going to go through that in just a second. Otherwise, you can switch it to Bluetooth and it will connect via Bluetooth to a device that is connected. It is a solid blue light because it is now connected to my computer. That's what I connected it to do some mic tests that I will show you in just a minute as well. The first time that you turn them on, it's going to ask you to obviously connect to Bluetooth. You're going to have to find the device, find the headphones on your device to be able to connect them to it as well. And then the last method is you can plug in the USB-C in the bottom, and then you can plug this cable into whatever device you are using. Okay. So let's go through here. If you have, for example, a VR headset, because I do a lot of VR content, you're not going to want to connect these via Bluetooth. If you connect them via Bluetooth, you're going to find a lag with the audio. What you're going to want to do is switch that to the 2.4G. You can see it was flashing white there. There we go. You can see it flashing white. All you're going to do is take the USB-C side of this. You're going to plug it into the side of your headset. And there you go. You can see it's now a solid white light. And I could hear it say connected as well. Now you're not going to have audio lag issues, and you'll be able to play just fine. I just tested them out with a couple of videos on YouTube and with Beat Saber as well. That's always a good test because I can tell instantly if the sound is off of what I'm doing on the screen. And when I was connected via the USB here, no issues at all. Now I did try them with my Switch as well. Tried it all 3 ways: Bluetooth, USB, and cable. They all work just fine. And with the Switch, there was no lag difference either way. For some reason, I don't know the technicalities behind the VR, but there can be lag if you connect via Bluetooth to a VR headset. So for those of you who are my VR followers, these do work. You just got to use the USB, or you can hardwire them in as well, right? You can use that as well, because once I have this in here, then I can't use my external batteries and charge at the same time. So a little bit of give and take depending on what you're wanting to do. I'm going to go test them a little bit more, and then we'll come back and we'll do the mic testing, and we'll do the sound quality and my final thoughts. This is a test of the microphone connected via USB to the computer. Test of the microphone connected via USB. This is a test of the microphone. I do have it wired into my computer. Test of the microphone. This is a test of the microphone attached via Bluetooth to my computer. Test with the microphone. So overall, the microphone quality isn't bad, especially for the price of this. When it was connected via the USB or hardwired in, I did find that it was very quiet. Connecting it via Bluetooth, it was louder, but then the quality did go down, so it was a bit of a trade-off there. So for weight, we're looking at about 330 grams there. That is a little bit heavier than some other ones that I've tested, but it isn't overly cumbersome on my head. Okay, so we've had a chance to test this out a little bit. Now I want to give you my review. In terms of design, the overall design looks nice. We got some nice red, blue, green colors going on, lights going on the side there when you turn it on. I really do like that the microphone just folds right in. It's not something that's detachable like I've seen in some other gaming headsets. Folds right in, really easy to use, really easy to bring back up. Your controls there are easy to find, and it is easy to memorize which ones are which as well. In terms of adjustability, it can extend out a good amount. I've got a pretty big head and it is more than enough for mine. I know everybody's head is a little bit different. And then the actual earmuffs part themselves do have a bit of adjustability there as well to kind of fold to the right size of your head. Padding here is nice and thick. Going on your ears, so you can see that there. Then with this down like that, you can see that it holds nice and tight, nice and firm, tighter than some other ones that I've found, but you do want it to stay in place when you are gaming. You don't want it to come off or come loose, especially if you are doing something like VR as well. So let's talk a little bit about sound quality, weight, all that kind of stuff here that I showed before. Weight, they are a little bit heavier than some other ones that I have tested, and I will be honest with you, that weight is noticeable. It's not like it's overbearing, or it's not like it's going to give me a headache having them on. They're a little bit heavier, but just compared to some other ones that I've tested, like the Prism XR Vega Q ones, those ones are lighter than these ones, and I have tested those ones as well. But the price difference is a lot different. In terms of audio quality, solid sound coming out of these, nothing to complain about. I know some people want their sound to be very loud. These have the capability of going very loud while still being able to handle some of those basses or some of those higher notes as well. For the price point on these, I was impressed with the sound quality. Nothing to complain about with that one there. Ways to connect. So as I showed you there before, we have our Bluetooth, we have our 2.4 gigahertz, or you can hardwire them into your device as well. My favorite though was using the USB stick here, and most devices now are going to USB-C. It's super easy to have the switch just onto the 2.4 gigahertz switch, plug that dongle in, and you are good to go. Now, for those of you who are VR followers, as I mentioned before, when you want to plug it in that way, they don't advertise this as being able to be used for VR. I hope that after my video that they will, because you can 100% use these with VR using that USB dongle there, and you won't have any latency issues, no sound lag or nothing. I definitely tested it with more than one game, tested it with some videos, some music, some movies, and it was great every single time. They're not noise canceling 100%, but obviously with it being a round ear, it is more, I would say, noise blocking. It's not 100% noise canceling though. As I mentioned, you can wear them with a VR headset. So if I put this on here, let me just extend these now because it's got a little bit more space it needs to go around. But depending on the type of head strap you're using with your VR headset will determine if you can use these. If you're using an elite strap style where they go more closer to your ear, it's probably not going to work for you. But with one like this, that is the Halo type strap, that is sits a little bit higher above the ear, then it definitely has a greater possibility of working for you. So if you're looking for a wireless headset for your VR headset and you don't want to spend some of the bigger money on some of the other products, this is a more reasonable option that still gives you no lag issues and gives you good sound quality and does create more of that immersive environment for you as well. So consider these ones. If we look at the price point, we are looking at $50 Canadian on Amazon.ca. I think they're on sale right now though. On Amazon.com, they're $30 American. Some varying prices in there as well, so always check Amazon because sometimes they do have sales on there. I will link their website below as well, but you can check out each of those and see what the current sales or current prices are. But for that price, that's about half the price or even less than half the price of some of the competitors that I've seen, and you're really not giving up that much quality. One thing I haven't talked about that much now is the mic quality. I was actually really impressed with the mic quality for being such a budget gaming headset. It had a better microphone than some of the higher ones that I've tested before in the past too. So that if you're into the online gaming and you need to have that microphone be clear, this one will do a just fine job for you for sure. So if you have any questions about it, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer those to the best of my ability. I will link these below. Make sure you check out my other tech reviews. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.